Hello, in this video you will be finding trigonometric ratios from a given ratio. As you can see in this problem, we are given one of the trigonometric ratios. We are given sine of A is 3/5. Based on this ratio, we are going to be finding cosine and tangent. So here are the steps. Step number 1, we have to draw a right triangle here. Step number 2, we have to label the vertices using the triangle name. If you remember correctly, the vertices are the corners of the triangle, and we are told that the triangle name is triangle ABC. So using those, I'm going to label the corners. Step 3, we are going to be labeling the sides given the side length. So we are given 3 and 5. Because we only have 2 measurements and we have 3 sides, we are going to have to calculate the missing side length in step 4. Once we do that, we will write out the other trig ratios. Okay, so let me start doing step 3 right now. I'm going to label the ratios. Before I start labeling them, I need to find the angle of reference. They tell us that we have sine of A. That means that A is the angle of reference. Across from the angle of reference, we have the opposite side. In order to label this one, we need to see this 90-degree angle. Across from the 90-degree angle, we have the hypotenuse. And the side that we haven't labeled would be the adjacent. Now, the ratio for sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, which means that this 3 right here would be going in the opposite, and the 5 is the hypotenuse, which we would mark it here. We are missing the adjacent side. In order to find the third side in a right triangle, we could use Pythagorean theorem. The formula is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. C is the hypotenuse, which is 5. So that's going to be 5 squared equals, and I will be using 3 instead of a. So 3 squared plus b squared, we're trying to find b, equals 5 squared. 3 squared is 9 plus b squared equals 5 squared is 25. I will then subtract 9 from both sides. This gives me b squared is equal to 16. Taking the square root of both sides lets me know that b is equal to 4. And I'm going to be labeling b, which is the adjacent side, as 4. Now that we have completed step 4, we found the missing side length. The last step would be to write the other trig ratios. We already have sine, therefore we need to find cosine of A. And we also need to find tangent of A. Cosine is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. Adjacent is 4. Hypotenuse is 5. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. The opposite is 3. The adjacent is 4. And this concludes the problem.